All right. And it's working. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. All right. Hey, my name is Joshua Jerome Brooks. It is 2:57 a.m., 1-17 2023. And I am here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Yes, that's first. I am 21 years old and I live, which I could be wondering why I'm looking down. I am a writer, so I like to write everything down. And mind you, this is not the only paper I have. But yes, this is definitely indeed one. Utterly. I am 21 years old and I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. I already said that, so I can pass through that. This channel of mine, there we go, is to help me mentally, which it is to help me mentally, honestly. Uh, I deal with a lot of things through my life that I need help with, and I can't exactly really get much help with it from anywhere or any place. At least that I'm telling myself, and that I kind of pretty much know. So this is also to pretty much help myself. I have people say stop saying my anxiety, but I guess I just say it like that. My anxiety, and also trauma, a bit of agony and scorn and anguished all through my years. I'm only 21 years old, but 13 years of investing my life into finding love and continuously going to it, but never had it till now of 2022. Surprise. Yeah. I actually never had a girl or anyone, no one at all, till 2022. My Beautterly, that's what I name her, my Beautterly. And it's spelled actually very unique, and I spelled it myself. I created it. Beatterly. Beautterly. That name is going to be in my book. I'm also writing a book. It's a romance novel, and I'm writing it, and it's gonna be it's gonna be very deep. It's gonna have a lowering action, high action, rising action, a bit of suspense, romance, of course. I'm huge on romance. I love romance, and romance movies. Come on, that's all I really do. Romance movies are the best. And if anybody has any opinions, sorry, but I don't care of it. Romance movies are the best, and I will forever love and watch romance movies. If I can name one of the best ones, I don't have any best ones or favorite ones because I'm a bandwagoner on it because I choose all of them. Yeah, especially when I was on Netflix, especially the ones that I just watch out of nowhere, DVD, Blu-ray. There's all romance movies. Going back to the old ones and the new ones. They all have something to say. That's how I learned uh, throughout life because I never had a relationship, never had a woman at all, girl, anything. Never really had the chance of having a relationship or anything. So I had to learn, never kissed anyone or anything at all. Sex, nothing, till 2022. Uh, First time for everything. It was pretty awesome. Still pretty awesome. Still going through a couple things. Still working with everything. So it's definitely new to me. You know, 20 a 20-year-old keeping, yeah, 20, yeah. Almost I got my age for a second. But yes, a 20-year-old keeping himself, uh, his morals and his respect, and he has his flaws. I have my flaws. I have as I would say, I'm one large flaw because now that I have entered a relationship and it's going a bit like all new to me. So it's like half of it's scary, half of it's breaking me, but it's like, man, I kind of see why I didn't really go through this back then, but it wasn't really a choice of mine because I was pushing for this, but I never really had it, But things come at a time, you know, and it came to me, and I love it. I loved it, still love it, and I, had to wait 13 years. Finally can feel, finally can touch, finally got a chance to kiss, and a couple of things happened on 4th of July. You know, I'm truly blessed for it to have like that little bracket, that little beep beep. That's what I call it. But I love it. I love her. Utterly and momentously. Like I can think of like the best words. Utterly, unconditionally in love with her. I've grown very smitten, and if anyone can see how enamoring I am of her, yes. If you say I'm crazy, I am. Definitely am. It's not just, first luck or first time. I I just know what I feel. 13 years of looking for this. This is what some people kill for, what some people die for, what some people still can't get. And I'm 21 now. Some people are older than me and still can't have it, still don't have it. And they dread it, dreading it still. I dreaded it for 13 years. I can only fathom what they're dreading right now. I pray that they find it, even though, it's not for people like me, for others like me, who haven't ever experienced it at all, not even a touch or anything, not even a air breathing it, not even a hug. Never, yeah, I didn't experience that till 2022. Yeah, I was not very attractive, as they would say, girls, not at all very attractive, and I had a lot of things, that it was very disliked. Yeah, I guess they didn't really notice my flaws. It was more of my physical outer body. So it kind of happened that way where I never really had a chance. Never really was given a chance. But now I can say I don't regret it. Yeah, I don't regret it, but I still feel it. It's still attached to me. Sometimes it's easier to keep the pain and hold the pain rather than releasing it. If you could say, I'm saying it again, like sometimes it's easier to hold the pain and lock it in and keep taking more pain compared to releasing the pain. Because you gotta find it and you gotta release it. Or sometimes you just don't want to release it because it's been it's been helping you move all these years. Not because of anger or what so, but it's been in there. It's kind of a part of you now. It's like it's like it's invested in your body, and it's a part of you to where, like I say, it made you. Yes, still have a hard time letting some of it go. It's not like I go back to the past or I hold the past. No, it's just a lot of it. If I think about it, it wouldn't make me cry right now, but it used to make me cry like every once in a while. Like especially with me still writing my book. I can't say the title right now because with writing books you don't ever want anybody to take your title. Yeah, so keep titles to yourself, but it's definitely a unique, extraordinary title. It fits, and it's a romance novel, and it will soon be published. I will be publishing it. I'll start off like that. I'll be publishing it. Same with my music. I'm working on music also. And uh, my book, my music, and starting of an entrepreneur, trying to do something there. I'm trying to start a little something. I just came up with something. So, yeah. And also, I still want to be an actor. I love acting. Acting is the best. The best. I love acting. Some may say I may be acting now. I can say maybe a little, but not really at all. I made that very confusing, perplexed. But think about it, but don't think about it. As I would always say, think about it, but don't think about it. uh, I found my love, and it was February 9th. Yeah, February 9th, 11:43 p.m. February 9th, 11:43 p.m. She walked in to my job, which was Mad Chicken, right there in Milwaukee, close to the lakefront. It's really cold, at least to her it was, because she wasn't from there. And I helped her out. Uh, I didn't help her out because I liked her or I was attracted to her. I just helped her out because I was just the person I was and I still am. I just help others and also the homeless that were out there. She was pretty homeless and low. She was going through a couple of things, but also I I just wanted to help. I just wanted to help. She didn't ask ever. Never once asked. Didn't have to. And when it comes to just helping, it's that thing that you feel. You may feel a bit be above and beyond, but you definitely feel very heartfelt. And you feel a lot. I know I did. I kept helping. The homeless, man, they would either call me up by my name or they'll give me an awesome nickname. That's pretty awesome. Some of them I still remember their names, but by face, oh, I will never forget them. If I see them, I'll definitely recognize them. Never forget them. Even if they change their clothes, I'll never forget them. It was just over there on the east side where at the end of working at Mad Chicken, I'll bring out a big old giant bag of food. It will be about 8 bags, and I'll if I see a homeless person, I'll pick out the bag. I'll be like, hey, it's about 20 wings in here, and you got fries, waffle fries, all this other stuff, and I'll maybe grab some soda out of the little the shelf and everything. I work there. I drink sodas and water all the time. It's not like they really watch or keep track. They keep track of it, but if you grab one or two and just bless the homeless with at least one or two. those things cost $2 or $3. No need. If we get it free, pass it on. Just like the food, usually gets thrown away. So I'll just give them a one-time bag. That's just it's no purpose in giving. It's no purpose. It's just giving. Not wanting anything back or anything. It just feels good. Especially for me, I started looking I started looking for love, not acceptance, but I started looking for love from the world, and I got it. I definitely got it when I worked at Mad Chicken. I worked at other jobs, I got a little bit. I got it more at Mad Chicken. Everyone. I got threatened. I had enemies, but I was more loved. I was definitely more loved, and it was awesome, really awesome. The college kids, wow. The college kids at UWM and Marquette University, they would come there, and I would vibe. I would laugh, yell, scream, and sing. If one of them were to see me, they would definitely remember the nights that I would sing, you know, or the holidays, they'll come in, some of them below, and I'll have Christmas music playing. Christmas music, I love having my Christmas music playing. I have my gospel or my country, and there'll be people coming in there saying, "Man, how about you change this music, man? You can put on some. I think they call them. What do they call them? I think his name is NBA something. NBA, NBA. He's a rapper, something like that. And there was this other rapper they named. Uh, I'm not gonna think about it right now. But it was these rappers that they just wanted to hear and play, and they was like, man, we can have some bees coming in here. I say B, but I'm really referring to the BITCH. But, I don't really like using the word at all. But they'll say, we can have some bees coming in here, shaking their butt and dancing, coming here. It's kind of setting up something that I don't want to be set up, especially me. And sometimes that music was played, and there was a time that I would play that music, not to get all of that going, but to keep me up sometimes, and then I'll change it, because I didn't really like the feeling, especially, the people, I didn't like how the people really see me in that way. I liked it more when I was playing my country music and my Christmas and my gospel. It was definitely a lot better, especially my instrumentals, the piano. There's a singer, Yanni. He's not a singer, but he's a artist. His name is Yanni, Yanni. Beautiful, beautiful music. He actually did the instrumental for Celine Dion, the Titanic song. He made that one. Beautiful, and I love him. I love music like that. Uh, the guy who introduced me to that, his name is um, whew, man, I might have to name all of them because I definitely remember him. Uh, no, it's not Muhammad. Oh man, I have him on Instagram. Yeah, I have him on Instagram. He knows that his name is hard to pronounce, but I remember you, and you always work in front of me, in the front with me, and he was very strong, very strong. Very, very strong. I think his name was Ahmed. Ahmed. He was from Egypt. I worked with awesome, awesome people like their family, even though they may not feel like I hold them or treat them like their family. They may not feel it because I did leave Milwaukee, and the last time I was there, I couldn't really work because I was burning myself out. The last time they seen me was at my weakest. I was burnt out, sleeping on the job, and I couldn't work anymore. I was working two jobs at the same time, and I had to choose. And And I wanted to choose Mad Chicken so bad, but it was like it wasn't the same anymore since since the other time I left, I came back and I was like, it's not the same anymore. It's something about my body. I can't stay up as long anymore. I used to work long hours there and I couldn't do it anymore. And it wasn't by choice. I love Mad Chicken. I loved working there. Mishu, Abdul, uh, Saeed, Sid. Yeah, it might be Sid. And it was Sarah there. It was what's his name? Ahmed. I said Ahmed already. And it was Tafik. I think it was Tafik. Man, hey, if you guys cannot hold me against this and not judge me, because your names are very hard. I'm trying to pronounce them all. Very, very hard names. Man, very hard names. Oh man. Oh my. Oh no. Mishu, if you could tell them all, my brothers, and also you Vin Diesel. Yeah, and I'm 50 Cent, as you would always call me. And if you could tell them, please don't judge me, hold me against this, because I try, and I try, and I have a good heart, and I am a blessing, and you are my blessing. I try to remember names. I can't wait to see you guys. I am gonna be in Milwaukee just to come to Mad Chicken, and then I'm gonna have to leave again. But definitely just to see you guys. I did leave fast, and I know you, Misha. I know I pretty much let you down again. I pretty much feel I did. I feel I let you down because I did leave, and you definitely always have my back, always, and especially all of you at Mad Chicken, the one on the east side. You guys all have my back. And Mad Chicken is the reason I met the love of my life. Mad Chicken, I thank God first. Thank God first. Thank you, Jesus. And He made everything happen at the right time, at the right place. Mad Chicken, 11:43 p.m. on February 9th. And then February 10th, we texted. She sent the first text saying, hey. And I just kept it going. It was the best night of my life. Best day and night of my life. I mean it. Best. She knows. She definitely knows. I can't forget it and I will never forget it. It's a compelling night. Very compelling and very alluring. Even though alluring is preferred to looks of a woman. Everything was alluring that night. I I wasn't attracted to her, but I didn't notice not one thing I didn't love about her. Especially she talked to me. Even though it was for if I could say this one, hopefully you don't judge me for this one, babe. She thought I was high. I know I'm working long hours at Mad Chicken. My eyes are red and I'm really tired. And she came up to me, kind of out of 100 people, she chose me. She came up to me and chose me. And long story short, she asked me, "Hey, do you got some weed? I'm not from here. I'm from Florida. Do you have some weed?" And I said, "Well, I don't smoke, but I do know someone who has weed. In Milwaukee, I know a lot of people who have weed. So, and I told her, I know someone who have weed. So I contacted someone. I contacted the first person. That was my brother Doug. Doug, he didn't answer. So after Doug didn't answer, I had to contact my brother TJ. And he answered, and that's when, long story short, all that got handled. Even though nothing went right because she didn't go to him to get the weed, but it happened. At the end of the day, I still met her. Best night of my life. Best year of my life. Best, really the best. I'm looking right at you. Right at you. Best year of my life. And I definitely mean it and meant it when I said it. Like, I even told my parents that was the best year of my life. I've been going 13 years looking for just one thing, investing in life. And I got it in 2022. Man, best year of my life. Uh, my Beautterly, she is stunning, very stunning, funny and goofy, really funny and goofy, and a lot of excitement, extraordinary, blunt, and very aggressive. She's a very aggressive woman, blunt and very aggressive in a very loving way. Love hard. She loves hard, really hard. She knows I don't like the zodiac things, that little zodiac signs and how I raise everything. It irritates me, it bugs me. But she was born in May, so she's that I don't know about this stuff. I don't know about the zodiac stuff. I think in May it's a Taurus or Cancer. I'm not gonna try to get it wrong just because I don't like it. So I do try to remember it. So I think it's a Taurus or a Cancer, one of those. But definitely, if you believe in the zodiac things, if you believe in zodiac things, and if you believe in reading those on people, for me, instance, I was born in November, so I'm a Scorpio. But if you believe in reading those things on people, I don't. But if you believe in it, you can somewhat see how she is. Truly, a person that everyone loves and would love to meet. It's a blessing to meet her, a blessing to find her and see her. Blessing, really blessing. Uh, she would always maybe say she's a fallen angel, and I was tell her, you're not a fallen angel. You're a rising angel, and you're just beginning to find your wings, but you're not a fallen angel. That might have been her texting me right now, but I can't resist myself from looking at a text from her, so I'm gonna grab my flip phone. Yeah, I got introduced to Vegas. They took my touchscreen phone, so that wasn't a text. That was just my phone saying it's done charging. But yes, yeah, this is the flip phone. That's her right there. You can't really see it, but I took that picture at the Palms. It was a very good picture that I took of her. She was just standing there. It was very nice. That's her. You can't really see it that good, but she's standing there looking at the view, and I took that picture, and I love it. I really love that picture. I love all of her pictures, but that one I took myself. And she's a utterly caliber woman. So, as I like to go around and say, but it's true. She's Wonder Woman. She's a woman of high caliber, um, high, strong motivation, very ambitious, highly, and she's she's very humble. She Not a lot of people can take what she says, because she's very blunt. She's very straightforward, and she would never stay quiet. Never stay quiet. She won't hurt her tongue. No, no, no. She's an older woman. I could just say, if you can do the math, I'm 21 years old. She's 32. Yeah, yeah. You see it. You see it now. I'm 21 and she's 32. So you see it. Uh, yeah. I love her. I really do. Crazy in love with her. She knows that. She definitely knows that. It's just a couple of things I have to work on, because the difference. Um, Age doesn't matter, I tell a lot of people age doesn't matter. It's the growth. It's the growth that matters. Age doesn't at all matter. It's the growth. But the thing that I had to come to reality is she is a 32-year-old woman, and she tells me a lot. I'm not 21. I'm not 21 years old, babe. I'm not 23. If you want those girls, if you want those women, you can go ahead and find them. I don't blame you. I'll be hurt, but I understand because I had a life already before you, and I'm older than you. Shit. I'm not gonna say everything right now because it's a lot. She definitely, especially before I even got with her, she warned me of a lot of things, because she's been through a lot. So she warned me of a lot of things, especially, she told me, she actually said and mentioned that, she wasn't going to text me or call me because, she had a boyfriend and everything. But, things happened, and that's where we talked, but we didn't talk to really get connected as in a relationship. We talked as in just me helping her and me being there for her and her being there for me, even though she didn't notice it at that time, how it felt like, I needed her a lot more than she needed me. You know, I was, man, I definitely, she was an angel. She is an angel, especially to me. And still is, definitely still is an amazing, amazing angel. It's hard, It's like a lot that happens, trying to keep someone in a relationship, it's a lot that I didn't know and that no one really told me, a lot was said and a lot I was told, but it's very different when you're dealing with an older person. It's not at all the same or what anybody would think, it's very different. It's a lot, really a lot, especially for a person like me who rushed it. I rushed her. She warned me and told me not to rush her. She said, she would always say, "What's really for you, no one can take." Always say that. What's really for you, no one can take. And I listened, but I didn't listen. It's that type of thing where you listen, but you don't understand it, so you can't comprehend it. And I didn't comprehend it. I listened, I heard her, that's what we were, all that's what we'll still talk about even to this day, how she'll say, I don't listen to her, I'll tell her, I listen a lot. I'm a good listener. It's just, I guess the definition of listening. I'm not good at it. I listen, I hear it, and I don't forget it, but I just can't. I can, but it takes a bit longer for me to comprehend it. It takes a bit longer for me to understand it. It's like you read a book, you read a book and you read it. Some people like to read a book and just get over with it. I like to read a book and understand it, If I don't understand it, I don't move to the next page, I'll read it again. I'll look at the word again. You read a book to understand it and keep reading. Because what's the use in reading the book if you can't even understand it and if you can't feel it? What's the use of reading the book? How are you gonna move forward in the book? How are you gonna laugh oh or wow, that happened or or think about it. There's a lot of things in a book, especially that catches the reader's eye. I'm writing a book, it's a lot. And I lack a lot of stuff, that I didn't know I lacked. And it hurts, she'll tell me a lot, she'll warn me, that she's trying to have patience, she's a wonderful, awesome, beautiful, stunning, and an angel. She's a really awesome woman. Not not at all like any woman out here. Not at all like any women out here. Very different and a very exceptional woman, as am I. A very exceptional human. Very exceptional. But still, I have a lot to work on. Took a while for me to accept that. I have a lot to work on, as in dealing with relationships and women. I thought I knew what I knew in movies and books, but it is a lot different when you're dealing. I guess it wouldn't have been much different if I did deal with a younger person, but I don't really like young girls or women at all. Honestly, I don't. I'm not really attracted to young women or girls at all. I I tried. It's not because they hurt me or scarred me or anything like that for life. No, it's just I just as I grew, I started to know what I like. Started to know what I was looking at. I like older women. I like older women. I like women that are 28 and up. I didn't. I would always pray for an older woman. I would always pray. Every single prayer was I would pray to God, please give me a woman. I would never say girl. A woman and a girl are different. I would always ask for a woman, and I would always say, no matter of her age. I just kept praying for a woman, and she came. She definitely came. When I met Nicole, when I met well, when I met Beautterly, when I met Beautterly, there was a girl named Lindsay. Lindsay. Her name was Lindsay, and a week before I met Nicole, a week or 2 weeks before I met Nicole, darn it, no, that wasn't her name. No, darn it, darn it, darn it. I just got done watching this movie. Darn it. Beautterly. Beautterly. Before I met Beautterly, um, I'm definitely tired. She told me one thing to remember. One thing really. It was to, if you stop, she told me this in a bar, it was the vintage bar over there by the east side. I'm in Milwaukee. The guy who owns it has like a little mullet, glasses on. We were sitting there drinking a beer, and she tells me, maybe if you stop looking for love for the first time, if you just stop looking for love, you'll find it. It'll come to you. You've already been looking for it for that long, just let it come to you now. And I'm like, that's boring, I always like a good story. I always like a good mission and a journey. And I was like, man, Josh, we've been going at it for 12, 13 years now, you should maybe just take this advice. So I took it and I stopped. First 2 weeks or a week, that was the first within 13 years I have ever stopped throwing chances at a girl or asking a girl out. There would be times where I'll just write my number on a piece of paper, rip it up, write it on a piece of paper, and I'll throw it in their orders. I'll work in my check and I'll throw it in their orders, and some of them will call and send a text. Some said I texted too much. It only lasted one day, and supposedly I texted too much and it just left. I texted too much. There was supposed to be one date that was supposed to happen, and she made me get a Snapchat because she said she didn't like texting on the phone. So she said, I pay attention more to Snapchat. So I got a Snapchat, and I was excited, my first date before I met Beautterly. And we were supposed to meet for coffee. It rained on the same day. I'm like, hey, I'm still gonna go for this. It's my first date. If it rains, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go for it. I'm texting her, I'm contacting her. She's ghosted me. I guess that's what it's called. Some people told me that's what it's called. It's ghosting. She's ghosting you. She's not texting you back. And I said, yeah, man. I waited a long time that night, and after that night, it hurt. Took me down bad. So I drove in my van, which I was still living in my van. I was still living in my van at that time. I've been living in my van for about 3 years, 2 to 3 years, one of those. I had all my stuff and just living in my van, So I was driving in my van purposely. I chose to live in my van. And that the date went off, and I was like, oh, well, I was crushed and hurt, but, I went to McDonald's to buy some fries and coffee and ice cream. And then I drove to the lake, right in front of the lakefront. The lakefront was all I ever did. I stayed by the lake. I never really left the lake. I'd be at the lake to work, lake to work, lake to work. The lake was all me. I love the lake. I really love being at the lake and swimming in it. Even though I can't really swim, so I'll step in about 4 feet. No further. Especially, I can't really swim that good. And I stayed out in the rain. As the rain kind of over flooded, because I was by the lake, it's kind of like a dip. So I parked in that area where if I were to step out, I'll step into water. That'll be about maybe right here. So my feet and my shoes would be soaked and everything, half my pants. So, I was in there, rain was just pouring. I think this is Beautterly right here. And I just had to figure out a way. So, I am not touching my tin.
Who's talking to?
But this is Beautterly right here.
Who?
Beautterly.
Who's this?
This is live.
Oh, live what?
It's YouTube. It's my channel.
Oh, gotta go, guys. I'm about to go on live too, but you better have to click that buy soon.
I am.
I want everybody in my business.
I am. I'm gonna tell you that. I've already been on for pretty much an hour.
No, she got a boyfriend.
Yes, that is Beautterly. Yeah, she has a strong, awesome voice. You can hear her.
Oh my god.
She's very excited. But definitely, I'm gonna close this video on this,
He got motivated, you know what I'm saying? Gang in this bitch.
Oh wow. That's my angel. She's an angel.
I do jumping jacks with these heels.
Jumpy jacks.
I'm tired.
I'm definitely gonna close this. We're definitely gonna close this video real quick. I'm definitely gonna put another video on. And
Princess just came to me.
Queen.
Princess Queen. I said, calm down.
Queen.
I was close. God damn, I can never fuck up.
Yes.
Even when I'm high, I can't fuck up.
She's my queen. Oh. And I'm definitely going to. I'm going to make another video. Sooner.
Why did it look like that?
Make another video sooner. And I'm going to have to close this one out, Thank you for hearing me out. And thank you for, hopefully you guys watch this and see it. And it'll be awesome, I'm not doing this really for anything but myself. It'll help me mentally and physically. This is only for me. I love all of you. And this is me, Joshua Jerome Brooks. How can I close this out? If you have someone that you can love, don't be afraid to touch or feel or talk to them. Because you don't know if there's a tomorrow or a week or anything at all. And be like water. Water is the shape of everything. So if you're going to be like anything, be like water. Water is the shape of everything.
Oh God. That's a good one. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you.
In Utopian.
That's so true.
I love you all. God bless you.
My stomach hurts. I'm going to be on for 30 minutes. I probably have the worst.